Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if you're new. This is a timeless collective reading, meaning that whenever you find this reading or stumble upon it, you are meant to find it for some reason. Maybe there's a message in it for you. This is going to be more of a stream of consciousness kind of free-flowing reading, though I mean they always are, but I'm going to use a few different decks, including the soul cards, which I don't use very often because of emotions and things that they invoke. The soul cards, for those who aren't familiar with them, are cards that do not have meanings, and they are designed to be read intuitively. So first impressions usually, or the energy that I'm really feeling from the cards, but we'll also do some oracle as well, and of course some tarot. I hope everybody's doing well tonight. I just got through a few personal readings today. I have a few tomorrow as well, so if you'd like to book with me, this is the last day to book where you can get the April rate, which is $10 off of all of my readings. So if you book with me tonight, then I will honor the April rate. Just going to see what comes out in the collective energy tonight as the moon is drifting through Gemini, flowing soon into Cancer. What messages are there? We've got Yin. This is feminine energy. Take that as it resonates. Feminine energy, this is a receptive energy, a nourishing energy. We have chaos and conflict. So, whatever you guys are dealing with in your life, take this in and see what you feel from it. And we've got Go the Distance, number 47. Maybe some of you feel like things in your life have been moving very fast recently. Maybe this puts some of you in kind of an anxious energy, but there is a finish line there, and it's just a very fast moving energy. The cheetah, of course, is the fastest land animal. So maybe something very quickly coming towards you. Take all of these messages as they resonate. On the bottom of the deck, we have building blocks. This is, or can be, an energy of collaboration, teamwork, similar to the Three of Pentacles. This could just be you rebuilding your life or building your life. Possibly some of you rebuilding your life after tower moments. So again, take that as it resonates. Using the Tarot of the Abyss tonight. For some reason, I don't know, it feels fitting for some reason. I felt called to use this deck. We've got the Three of Cups. This is a reunion energy. It is an energy of celebration. In some cases, it can be a third party energy for some of you, but we will see how this factors into what else comes out for you guys tonight. What messages are there for the collective, please? What do we need to know? We've got the Five of Wands. There has been a lot of conflict. For some of you, it could even be conflict inwardly, inner conflict, petty conflict, fighting with yourself inside your own mind. Take that as it resonates. Some of you could be a feminine. This is going right under the yin card. So if you are a feminine or consider yourself to be that energy, maybe you've been going through a lot of conflict lately. We've got the Page of Swords. It is a guarded energy, but it is an energy of it's an energy of communication. This is a card of communication. Pages also gather information. Take that as it resonates. But in this particular art, she sees this star. Maybe she is looking at the star card. Think about that. You know, this is an energy of somebody being guarded, but also I feel this this energy of hope coming from this card. It's flipped reverse. Death in reverse. So perhaps somebody reluctant when it comes to a transformation that needs to happen. Somebody perhaps afraid of change, but I feel like this is gonna change because it's falling under go the distance. Take this as it resonates. For some of you, this could mean a literal distance. It could just be an energy of somebody only wanting to go so far, or somebody wanting to go literally all the way here and break through barriers, so to speak. But there is resistance here. This is a fear of change. It is a fear of transformation that needs to occur. The Page of Swords is falling under chaos and conflict. So again, think of this. What if despite all of the conflict that you might be going through in your life, despite all of this Seven of Swords energy, which for some of you is an energy of deception. It can be an energy of sabotage or self-sabotage. Take that as it resonates. What if despite all of this, there actually was hope here? You know, a light at the end of the tunnel. Somebody refusing to let go of that glimmer of hope is what I'm feeling in this Page of Swords, and I will clarify these in a little bit as well. Let's see what else comes out. We've got the Chariot. Something moving forward, all right? This could be you moving towards something or something moving towards you, something or someone, after a period of conflict here. And again, this is falling under yin, feminine energy. Take that as it resonates. So we have two kind of cards of travel here, travel, distance. We've got the Hermit. Virgo energy, somebody kind of going through a lot of introspection. Maybe a dark night of the soul kind of thing. Spending a lot of time deep within yourself, working things out within yourself. And again, transforming. As I say a lot when this card comes out, you never come out of the Hermit energy the same way that you went into it. It is a transformative energy. So even though we have the Death card here in reverse, you know, possibly afraid of transforming, afraid of a transition that is happening, I feel like whoever this is for, whether this is you or somebody connected to you, in this solitude, the answer will be found. That's what I'm feeling. In this solitude, the answer will be found. You will find the right answer. You will no longer fear this change, this energy of change. Seven of Swords still on the bottom. And we've got the Sun. The happiest card in the deck, as I say all the time. Leo energy. Happy, a very happy energy. This is also a card of communication. All right? Falling under Death in reverse. So again, what I'm feeling here so far in the energy coming out here is a light in the dark. It's basically this energy of a light in the dark, of hope still remains in dark situations. I guess maybe this is symbolic. I don't know why. I just did it for ambiance, but maybe it's symbolic. Hope remains. And this is also kind of indicative of the Ace of Wands. New opportunities. Gonna get 3 more. And then we'll get into the soul cards and see what happens there. See what interesting things come out of those. We've got the Two of Swords. Somebody possibly at a crossroads. There's a choice that needs to be made. In this card, she has no eyes. Traditionally, in this card, this person is wearing a blindfold and holding 2 swords, trying to make a decision, but not quite sure what decision she's going to make. Her eyes are closed. In this card, she doesn't have eyes at all, or a mouth, or a nose. She's just kind of devoid of emotion. Take that as it resonates. And holding 2 severed heads, interestingly. And the Two of Swords are actually at her knees. So, some kind of a very, I feel, just the way this is depicted, and it is falling under the Five of Wands energy and the Chariot. This is a very hard decision. This is a very, I guess, challenging decision that somebody might be making here. Again, guided by this divine feminine energy, this receptive energy. I also feel perhaps with the way this Five of Wands is, and these 2 birds are fighting in this card under Yin, it kind of can create a feeling of perhaps somebody vibrating in a kind of a distorted feminine energy, not quite receptive. Yet at the same time, this card is here and it is not in reverse. This divine feminine energy. Again, take that as it resonates. Take all of these messages as they resonate. We've got the Queen of Swords, truth and clarity in a situation. Truth and clarity coming in a situation, falling under the Hermit. So, for example, if you are somebody who is in an energy of isolation, where you're doing introspection, you're healing yourself, whatever, you're thinking about things, solitude, this is where you're going to find that truth, that clarity, leading to the Sun. But before that, I think possibly somebody in isolation realizing that, and this is just what's coming through, maybe there's nothing really to be afraid of here. Whenever it comes to this going the distance, all right, death in reverse, needing to be upright, to embrace whatever transformation this is, whatever change is occurring here in your life, in somebody else's life. For some of you, again, this could literally have to do with travel. I feel that if this energy is embraced, it will bring in the energy of the Sun, this Leo energy, this very happy, harmonious energy. And truth and clarity, again, coming in with the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords can seem like a harsh energy, but she is here to bring truth. Sometimes the truth is not comfortable, but you can't, that's the only way you would be able to go through the transformation that is occurring rather than, I guess, what am I trying to say? I guess resisting the transformation. It's like that will hurt more, resisting a transformation that is trying to occur, and knowing that there is a reason for everything, everything that is happening in our lives. And we've got the world. This is the end of a cycle. For a lot of you, this is the end of a cycle, so a new cycle can begin. All right? I'm hearing and feeling, keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. This, it almost looks like a fetus. This is the beginning of the new cycle. This is the birth of the new cycle, literally. The infinity. Okay? Take that as it resonates. Something ending so that it can begin anew. Begin anew. Bottom of the deck right now, we have the Three of Swords. This is a broken-hearted energy. This also came out in this morning's reading as well, the Three of Swords. Somebody's words, actions, or intentions hurt you and hurt you very badly. This could be you, could be somebody else. Okay? The Three of Swords is an energy of heartbreak. Under that, we've got the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Somebody feeling very stuck. And Seven of Cups reversed. Somebody is feeling very stuck, very confused. There is going to be healing here. We've got the Five of Cups reversed. And then you know what's interesting? There are two people in this situation. We have the Three of Swords here. All right? This energy of heartbreak. But it's not just one person in this scenario that is heartbroken. Because this particular deck has two Three of Cups. Both the Three of Swords. Both the masculine and the feminine in this scenario have a broken heart right now. Again, take that as it resonates, whatever you're dealing with. Again, if this is you, if it's somebody you're connected into. Underneath this, we have the Ten of Swords. So something ended. Something ended or is ending. And we have the Empress in reverse, which is an energy of, there's just a lot of self-doubt. And again, I feel that there is this doubt when it comes to whatever change this is that needs to occur. And remember, chaos and conflict. What is this conflict going on inside of you? Going on in your life? It will be different for everybody. You know, we all go through these dark nights of the soul. This chaos, conflict, it could be anything. It's just this tower energy, this energy of things being in an upheaval. And again, once the transformation has occurred, you see, things are supposed to be tumbling down right now for a lot of you. Because they weren't in alignment. They are needing to rebuild in a particular way. That is going to be a better way for you. A better way. I'm going to return to this deck before I jump into the soul cards. Mending just fell out. Mending a situation. Healing. For some of you, healing with another person, if you're in separation, something being mended, a connection being mended. I'll put that above yin because it is a very receptive energy. And we've got chop wood right now. So a lot of you guys just kind of living your own life, maybe cleaning your house, you know. It's just kind of an energy of you doing you. And again, that is really falling into this, the hermit energy. This hermit energy of just kind of doing you because you have been forced into this energy for some reason. There's a lesson that needs to be learned here in isolation. And under this, we have exchanging gifts, which I have always, sorry for the glare. I have always seen this card as very much Six of Cups energy, which is an energy of reconciliation for a lot of you, okay? Exchanging gifts. It's like a peace offering. No place like home. Again, take that as it resonates. You might be home to somebody, or somebody could feel like you're home. And again, this energy of isolation, hermit energy, being isolated in the middle of the sky. All right. Let me clarify some of these cards first before I jump into the soul deck. I want to clarify the Five of Wands, please. This energy of conflict that a lot of you are having. And again, this could be literal conflict with another person. It could be conflict happening inside of you. It could be conflict, take this as it resonates, it could be conflict that you have actually created inside of yourself. Or maybe things that a lot of people will refer to this card as petty conflict. I don't like the word petty because I feel like it's kind of insulting. For some reason, I just don't like that word. I think that all conflict is valid because it's based on what people are thinking and feeling. It's emotion. But I think for some of you, you might have a tendency to kind of create conflict inside of yourself. And again, when you create conflict inside of yourself, or say that somebody is creating creating, I guess, issues where there don't need to really be issues, or things being blown out of proportion, take that as it resonates, stuff like that, that is actually an energy of resistance. When you are in that energy, it's an energy of resistance. Rather than just letting things calm, and because when this turns over, that becomes a resolution to conflict. That is a healing energy. But I feel like a lot of you are really fighting with yourselves inside of your head. And yes, for some of you, you could be fighting with another person as well. We've got the Ten of Cups on the bottom right now. Interesting. This is a wish fulfillment. Somebody taking you by the hand and leading you back home. Let me see the Five of Wands, please. We've got the Two of Pentacles reversed. One more. And the Ten of Swords. This is about some kind of ending, but the ending here has a lot of imbalance around it. And this is another thing that I think came out in this morning's reading. So this could be the same collective that I'm reading for here. It's an ending where it's almost like somebody was not in a balanced energy when the ending of whatever this situation occurred. Does that make sense for you? Somebody was not in a balanced energy. They know that they were not in a balanced energy, whether this is you or somebody else. Creating this conflict that ended something. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor. All right, Aries energy, somebody now thinking very strategically here. This is a confident energy of leadership, a divine masculine energy. But, and again, it doesn't matter if you're male or female. We can embody both at different times. But somebody possibly thinking very, very strategically here. How do I confront this? Or how do I handle this particular situation here? What do I do? How do I approach? How do I communicate? For some of you, under this we have Awakening, which in this deck is the Judgment card. So this is a wake-up call. It is a transcendent energy. So again, that energy of transformation, transition, change. For some of you, possibly rising from the ashes like a phoenix. Okay? And we've got the Five of Swords reversed on the bottom. So an end of challenges. What is moving forward here for the collective? In this Chariot card. What is moving forward here? We've got the Queen of Wands. The Queen who goes to war. And we've got the Emperor reversed. Interesting. Interesting. What's on the bottom? Page of Pentacles reversed. It's an indecisive energy. There is definitely forward movement here, but in order for that movement to actually happen, whoever this is, whether it's you or somebody else, needs to take off the mask that this Queen of Wands is wearing. Needing to take off that front, that facade, and get honest with themselves inside. The Hermit is going to help with this. The Hermit in this situation is going to help this Queen of Wands realize the truth of things, realize what it is that he or she truly wants, getting real with how they feel about something. Because it's almost an abuse in some ways. For whoever this is, you or somebody else, to be wearing that mask, it's almost an energy of self-sabotage. Because I feel like somebody is wearing a mask. Somebody is not being honest with themselves. And again, we have the Hermit and, again, the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is going to help remove that mask. Because she is coming in with truth and clarity right under the Hermit. Something here is moving forward. Something is moving forward. I'm actually surprised that the Chariot is not in reverse. Given the other energy coming out here, something is definitely moving forward. But there's some kind of an energy of sabotage around it. And it's because somebody isn't being honest with how they actually feel about something. This could even be somebody trying to move on from a situation, but they are kind of in a sabotage energy because they have not quite confronted that situation, if that makes sense, because how they think they are feeling about it is not how they're actually feeling about it. But again, they are wearing a mask. They're not being honest. They're not being honest with themselves. But the Chariot is a moving. A decision, and like I said, it might not be an easy decision, but somebody is at a crossroads here, getting ready to make some kind of a decision. Lastly, let me clarify. I want to clarify the Sun. Six of Wands. The Magician reversed. My throat chakra is really blocked tonight. We've got the Six of Wands, this energy of victory after a long battle. For some of you, this could be victory over being manipulated in a situation. But I don't necessarily feel that. We do have the Four of Wands on the bottom, this harmonious energy. This is an energy of, this is twin flame energy. This is 11-11. This is peace, harmony, happiness. Eight of Swords reversed. Somebody coming out of their head. Show me, please, the Magician reversed. Why is he here? Why is he in reverse? And I just heard it. Somebody denying their own manifestation. Somebody denying their own manifestation. But what is clarifying the Magician reversed is the Five of Pentacles reversed. Somebody about to come in out of the cold, be brought out of the cold, or bring somebody else out of the cold. For those of you in separation, the Five of Pentacles reversed is an end of no contact. Okay? Take that as it resonates. Bottom of the deck right now is the Nine of Wands reversed. So somebody letting down, they're no longer stonewalling themselves. They're taking down their guard. And then we have the Lovers. Gemini energy. These trees can never really be uprooted from each other. They're always connected. And now they are growing together. I'm going to get into the soul card. There is some reason why I feel like I can't speak tonight. It's my throat chakra is doing a thing. It's doing a thing, you guys. You know what it feels like when your throat chakra just does a thing. I almost feel like somebody here needs to speak but isn't. You need to speak but you're not speaking. Maybe somebody you're connected to. It's like the energy of communication that is stifled. But I feel like whoever you are, you're still telepathically connected to each other. I definitely feel this. For some of you, this could be a third-party energy, though I don't feel like this third-party energy is romantic. I don't really feel that. Meaning, another romantic connection here, acting as a third party, keeping somebody from you. I don't really feel that, but it is a third party energy. There are more than two energies involved here, and in a weird way, I feel like all three of these. You know what? I feel like all three of these people are the same. They're all the same person. They're all the same person. Which could, in some instances, be an energy of some of that self-sabotaging or Five of Wands behavior, that inner conflict. But somebody breaking out of that, somebody ascending, coming to themselves, finding themselves. Does that make sense? Blink 3 times if that makes sense. Blink twice if you're in danger. What do the soul cards want to say? I very, very rarely use this deck because it creates weird. I don't even know what word I'm looking for here. I feel like I can't quite communicate. When I use this deck, it can create an uncomfortable energy for me. This is very much a spirit deck. Show me what I need to see. Some of you the inability to speak, but wanting to, needing to. Somebody who is listening, but not speaking. Does that make sense for you? Somebody having a lot of internal dialogue, I feel, with themselves, dealing with something, but not sharing it outwardly. But it's now starting. It's like it can't be contained. Does that make sense? It can't be contained. Things pouring out of the center, the solar plexus, the heart chakra. This is the energy of somebody who has until now been suppressing emotions. Somebody hiding in the shadows. It's an energy of 4 of Pentacles. Standing, watching, but again not speaking. Think about this and think about how that makes you feel, how it resonates for you. Show me the spirit energy, please. Speak what you see. What does that mean? Speak what you see? Somebody wounding. Somebody is wounded. But I feel like it was self-inflicted. This energy of isolation, but never being completely alone, and it's almost an energy of gentleness. But at the present time, somebody hiding from the storm as the wind like blows these trees apart. Somebody hiding from this storm, but at rest, but not alone. And there's a gentleness here, an understanding. Speak what you see. I feel more speak what you feel, but it's like this energy of some things can't be put into words, and maybe that's why my throat chakra is so fucked. Speak what you see. But I don't think this is what you see with your with your eyes. It's what you see with your third eye. It's what you see with your intuition, what's going on inside of you. And again, I feel like answers are going to come to a lot of you in isolation. And an energy of healing. There is an energy of healing, of not being alone, but at the same time being frightened. It's like it's I keep getting this this telepathic energy, like the speed of thought, if that makes sense or resonates for somebody, the speed of thought. And I feel like perhaps somebody here, it's like your thoughts are racing too fast. Somebody here, your thoughts are racing too fast. It's also an energy of being overwhelmed. All of these different hands reaching out. Like it's too much. It's an overwhelming feeling. It's a feeling of being overwhelmed. There is peace happening. There's peace on the way. Peace is going to be restored. That's what I'm feeling. Peace is going to be restored. And I think I'm going to leave that here as far as the soul cards. Because it's uncomfortable. And a little emotional. Though it could be because also the moon is getting ready to move into Cancer. I'm just gonna grab. I'm gonna grab you guys some advice, and I hope that this resonated for somebody. This is an interesting one, but actually, one of my favorites. Whatever is happening here. What advice is there for the collective? I don't even know what I'm going to title this video. What advice is there for the collective, please? With whatever situation or situations they are dealing with in their lives, what do they need to know? What do we need to know? I will cut the deck in 1, 2, 3. Milk and honey, never-ending story. There is happiness on the horizon, like greater than you could ever imagine, I feel, for some of you. And again, like that Page of Swords, being guarded but still having hope, still looking at that star, Aquarius energy. And for some of you, you have been going through something for a long time. Never-ending story, and you feel like it's never going to end. But I promise you it is. I promise you it is. All right. Well, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel, like, comment, and share. If you would like a personal reading, you can book with me on tarotbyarcanon.com or email me at tarotbyarcanon@gmail.com. I guess that's it. So I appreciate you guys very much. Thank you for being here, supporting the channel, and I will talk to you soon.